We go to Minnesota. After creating so many jobs,
bullshit.
lowering taxes,
Bullshit.
and making the state one of the safest in the country,
See, now that's some bullshit.
Governor Tim Walz is running for a third term. No, he's not. Retarded Timmy and Little Somalia have dropped out.
You're fired.
I'm Jazz Borganzo on this. Well, when you're running around looking like the smacked ass
Whoa, wait a minute. There, that's better.
and involved in billions of frauds,
Because you are gay!
did you really think you had any shot at winning? No, I didn't think so.
You serious?
But it's what's next. What's up, everyone? Jazz Borganzo, what's next? Your daily dose, common sense, facts, and salt. Hope you guys are feeling good today on this Monday. And with everything going on with Venezuela, you know, the bombing and the capturing of Maduro and his wife and getting him out of the country and making the country, I don't know, free again? You might have missed something. You might have missed a little story that was going on in Minnesota about Governor Tim Walz. You know, after doing a fantastical job creating jobs, lowering taxes, making the state one of the safest in the country, Timmy has decided to drop out of the race. Gee, I wonder why. It couldn't be because of acting all like the smacked ass and acting all, you know, gay and retarded and billions of fraud with Somalis. No. This, coming out of Breitbart. John Nolte, disgraced Governor Tim Walz drops out of governor race. No, it isn't so. Disgraced Governor Tim Walz, retarded Democrat, by the way, announced on Monday that he will drop out of the race for 26 Minnesota's governor. This is a Shakespearean fall from grace from a man who a little over a year ago was riding high as Democratic Party's nominee for vice president. Yes, the Camila and Walz ticket. How can you not win? Walz released a statement on Monday filled with a lot of whining and blame shifting over the exploding Somali fraud scandal and then got to the bottom line. In September, I announced that I would run for a historic third term as Minnesota's governor, and I have every confidence that if I give it my all, I will succeed in that effort. But as I reflect on the moment with my family and my team over the holidays, I came to the conclusion that I cannot give my political campaign my all. Every minute I spend defending my own political interests, it will be a minute I can't spend defending the people of Minnesota against the criminals who prey on our generosity and the cynics who prey on our differences. So I decided to step out of the race and let others worry about their shit while I continue to be retarded. I'm sorry, focus on work. Let's see, well, we do know that, of course, he was going to be dropped out into that vacuum, dropped the numerous reports that Walz would drop out of the race for a third term. This was earlier, hours after the governor announced that he would announce that on Monday morning news conference that he's going to drop out. Reports also that governor met with Senator Amy Klobuchar on Sunday to discuss the decision. Of course, possibly Amy Klobuchar stepping into that gap, into that void to run for governor. Well, then again, Minnesota's a lost cause regardless. One piece of speculation floating around: the Klobuchar would step into the governor's race, as I just said. Walz has been under intense pressure as multiple Somali fraud scandals has blossomed throughout the state and has been run exclusively by Democrats for years, with Walz at the top of the political caste system as governor for his last 7 years. According to court records and alternative media reports, Somali fraudsters have bilked the American taxpayers tens of billions of dollars. Thank you, Nick. Don't call me Shirley. Throughout various scams that include pretty much everything subsidized by federal taxpayers, food programs, healthcare centers, daycare centers, and those now infamous Leering centers. Minnesota Somali community funnels millions into local and national Democratic Party campaign coffers and reliable votes en masse for local Democrats who know those Somali votes can be the difference between a win and a loss. As the scandal deepened, legitimate questions have been raised about how much rampant fraud could be allowed to march on without local Minnesota Democrats being aware, or were they? Did they look the other way in exchange for votes or campaign contributions? Did they help facilitate the fraud? And the most charitable view, one I personally don't buy, is blaming incompetence. For his part, Walz was not only tainted by the scandal, but his response has been to it laughably incompetent. One way for a politician, especially for a Democrat, to survive a scandal is to manage it well. Voters are willing to forgive a well-managed scandal. What they can't forgive is a bumbler, and Walz is just that. Also related, Walz claims people driving by his house calling him retarded will lead to violence.
And I'll tell you what, in my time on this, I'd never seen this before. People driving by my house and using the R word in front of people.
The R word.
This is shameful. And I have yet to see an elected official, a Republican elected official, say, you're right, that's shameful.
No, because it's factual. You are retarded.
Should not say it. So look, I'm worried. We know how these things go. They start with taunts, they turn to violence. So deeply
That's bullshit.
concerned.
My thoughts also, he said it was due to white supremes, the reason why people are calling him retarded. No, Tim, you are retarded. You've been an incompetent governor for the last 7 years. And of course, the idiots who voted for you in it are just as retarded as you are. That's it. Now, for anyone to think that the billions bilked from American taxpayers for this Somali bullshit went under the nose of Tim Walz, his lieutenant governor, the Secretary of State, the Attorney General, and any part of that administration, and without any of them noticing it, that this shit was going on for who knows how many years now, you are retarded. You are. You're just flat out retarded. Tim is a functional retard. So, dropping out was going to be inevitable for him. It was. Even in a state like Minnesota, who basically votes all blue. You knew it was going to happen. But then whoever steps into that gap, whether it's Amy Klobuchar or whoever, they're going to feel it too. They're going to feel the heat because they're going to be like, I wasn't here. I had nothing to do with it. I don't know nothing. Like Schultz, I know nothing about the Somali fraud. Well, you can thank Nick Shirley for that. And again, I tip my hat to you, Nick. Great job. And of course, all the ones who are complaining and clutching pearls and rectums clinching and screaming to the high tops, how dare you, Nick Shirley, pretend to be a journalist? Of course, Nick has never said he was. Basically, he says, I'm just a guy who does YouTube videos, who exposed the biggest fraud scandal in American history. Well, Timmy, enjoy your time. And I hear that the View is looking for a new co-host. Just saying. And with that being said, I'm Jeff Berganzo. This is What's Next. Want to see more like it? Please leave a comment below, like it, share it, subscribe to it, hit that notification bell so you guys never miss a thing. Continue spreading the word about the show. Appreciate you guys watching as always, and we'll see you next time. Peace.